What's up, people? It's your man Black Cobra back once again with the Wheel Life Show. So today we are gonna do like we always do. We're gonna have a candid conversation. We have a great guest with us today, but the EUC community once again will be able to come together and talk about these wonderful wheels that we love and get some energy, share some enthusiasm. That's what I want to do. That's what I always want to do. So I hope that you guys are in, and if you guys are in the chat room already, make sure you spit this out to other people. Send the link out to people. Get everybody on here so we can talk. This is the one time, the one place that we can come together and have some great conversation. Because this past year has really kept us apart and kept us down. If it wasn't for the internet bringing us together in shows like this, we wouldn't have these great conversations. So let's do it again. Let's come together, people. Wheel Life. So without further ado, we have the one and only Daniel from EUC Service. Daniel, what's up, buddy?
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Uh, Thanks, Cobra, for the invitation.
Yes,
Hello,
yes,
everyone.
yes. We are glad to have you, buddy. Your wheels that you have like created or edited, let's say, because you didn't create them, but you recreated them. Those wheels, the MSS and the Monster Sport, have been the subject of conversation of many riders in the EUC community, and we want to talk about that today. So, do you realize how big a deal this has been since you have made these adjustments? Do you really realize it?
Not really. I only, I only hear that someone is riding it, and he's happy about it. So when it comes to me, the information, I'm also happy. I saw just today someone post me the video from France that someone was riding my wheel,
Uh
and there was a sticker MSS on it. So I realized it's mine, and I saw the laser on the front.
huh.
So I knew it was in my service.
Oh, so does Archie have a nickname for you, Panda? Because
Panda is here.
he's saying "Hey Pumpkin." He's in the chat room saying "Hey Pumpkin." I'm
No.
assuming that's to you and not to me. What's up, Archie?
I
Good to
have
see you. So let's back
we
it up.
have
I went right to your wheels. Let's back it up, Daniel. Let's talk about
okay.
you first. Okay, before we get to what you've done, let's talk about you. Okay, how long have you been a part of the EUC community?
Apart. Uh, so you ask about in general when I
Yeah,
started.
in general.
Into I started when it was the Airwheel X3 on the market,
Air wheels.
basically. And we were looking for the wheel for my friend,
Uh huh.
and he saw something on internet, and he told me I want it, but I wanted to be fast, like 30 kilometers per hour.
Right.
And I was looking for such wheel for about 2 weeks to find it, and I couldn't find it in China, and I found it in Poland.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was the first touch with these wheels, and he bought it, he opened it, and he tried to ride it immediately after he opened it, and he ran down the street, and he crashed the wheel, of course. And we had to repair it. We repaired it. So basically, it was like KS S18 model,
Uh huh.
S16 model, the small one
Right. The 16.
with lights on the side.
Okay.
But before that, I was like doing electronic stuff from when I was 5 years old. I started. My parents told me that they knew that I will be electrician or electronic guy. So it was like I was looking for my dad bring me some parts to disassemble from from his job. But
Okay.
he was a mechanic of jet fighters.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had a lot, I had a lot of parts from jet fighters to disassemble. Later on,
That
I went
explains
for
it.
this.
That explains it. You
Yeah,
trying to put jet fighter parts on the wheel. I get
you
it.
must watch out. You must watch out because people ask me if I can do this, and I'm thinking if I can do it, basically, they are surprised when I say yes, I can do it.
Well, you know,
I am constructor, and I went through the secondary school
electronic.
electronic and through the
Okay.
studies, and I want I won after the graduation
Mm-hmm.
in electronic after study, and now I moved a little bit to the IT side, and electronic was a hobby all the time. So the service start before 2016, and I was doing electronic as a hobby. And when the wheel appeared on the market, I start to disassemble them. But yeah, I disassemble everything, like computers, like what I touched. It was like from early ages.
Okay, you like to tinker. You like to
Yeah,
take things apart.
yeah. That's how I started with wheels also.
Okay,
So
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense because looking at what you've done with the wheels that you've been able to upgrade, you know, one of the questions that people ask me, and now that you're here, we can ask you directly. I answered them because I believe I was correct because I got my information from others who know you. They were like, well, why would I buy this wheel from this guy who's um, changed it and they're worried about the fact of how safe it is. And you know that because people bought wheels from Lumo on AliExpress and there was fires and all kinds of problems with them putting those aftermarket things in. And I was explaining to them that you work with the company that are making the wheels, so you're not just doing like fly by night um, kinds of alterations. You know what you're doing, and you're working with the people who created these wheels to try and make sure that you're doing it, but you're doing it in a safe manner. Would that be accurate?
yes, we have like 5 years. Uh, we are working with Gotway for 5 years now. So basically, when I started my journey in EUC, we took the wheels from them and we disassembled them here, check it, then we assemble it and send to the customers. So this is how the service
Uh-huh.
works. Until now, we just check the wheels all we have just to omit to avoid the problems with after sale.
Right.
So we it's better to check it basically when you have it at your home. It's not a big problem than to send it back from the customer and
Right.
try to fix it. uh, so it is additional cost also, and it is not good for the customer, so that he must wait for this wheel or that it breaks and so on. But the major problems was like firstly was like loose of the axle looseness,
Right.
uh, because the nut wasn't tight enough.
Right.
So it caused the like oscillation and mainboard bend. So when you didn't check such things, on the start, it it happened after half of the year. when someone will, broke.
Right. Well,
So
we always say that here. And recently, and it's probably because of some of the things that you've done. We've said to people a lot that when you get your wheel to try and open it up and check it out. Now, those of us who don't have an electric background, electronic background, or not engineers, it's harder for us to say, okay, I want to take this apart because it's scary. You take it apart and then you're like, whoa, what happens if I put it together wrong? But having a service like yours that I'm glad that was able to be done for a lot of people, and distributors and wheels, they still do that. Like eWheels does that. I know that Yuko does that. When you get a wheel in, you take it apart, make sure it's good for the customer, and then you send it out. And that's a great thing. So I'm glad that you're able to do that for your customers over there. Because for some of us, I mean, we take them apart, but I mean, I only know what I know from you guys who have been doing it longer than I have. And I pay attention to any videos that are posted, anything that's put up on Telegram, any of that. So I'm thankful that you guys are doing this. But would you say that you enjoy taking them apart more or putting them back together?
you know,
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I lost you. I can't hear you. Nope. Still can't. I think they turned off. Nope. 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 Oh, he's gonna come back. He's gonna disconnect and come back. So, you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you guys know exactly what I'm saying. We take. I just saw. I was looking today in Telegram again, and somebody was saying to me the same thing. They were saying, "Hey, what do we do when we don't know what we're doing?" But we have posts that are up that will hopefully help. All right, so he's back. Let's see if we can hear him now. How about now, Daniel?
hello,
All
how are you?
right, all right, gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
So, I was asking, do you like taking them apart better or putting them back together?
I cannot see you now.
You can't see me.
Yeah.
I can see
Okay,
you.
sorry. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so do you like taking them apart or putting them back together?
No, I have a team who takes them apart and who checks everything.
Oh,
There is
okay.
not only me. I have a team of experienced service guys who take care, of the battery, take care of the mechanical part of it. They have like experience they did it for 30 years.
Okay.
So I mean the mechanical stuff, electronic stuff, and I just only redirect the job to them, and I'm only interested in customization, in modification. I check how to change wheels to make it better. Basically, when for example I have new wheel on the table, I take the one out of the batches, which are coming to us.
Right.
I take one wheel of each model, and I disassemble it.
Okay.
And after I disassemble it, I decide if I can sell this wheel to people or not, if I can make it go. And it was like with EXN, RS, and the Hollow Motors wheel that we ordered 1, 2, 3 models, and we checked it inside, and we decided it shouldn't be like that it needs more improvements. So
Oh.
we told China what to do. we told China we communicate all the time. So I told them my worries, what needs to be improved in these wheels, and I was waiting for improvement to order the ride batch.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. That makes sense. So that's
Yeah,
probably why, it's because people were asking, why is it taking so long to get some of these wheels? I mean, besides the fact
yeah,
that we know shipping is a problem, but we really like the fact that people like you are doing that. Excuse me. On last week's show, I know I mentioned that also that E-Wheels stopped selling Gotway products, the new wheels for a minute because they were like, hey, guys, fix this. And so I'm glad to see that you were doing the same thing over there, making sure that they know, hey, I'm not going to sell this till you fix it. That's important. It's
we
very
have
important.
like rules here that what we can do, what we can fix by ourselves. If it
Yep.
is not construction problem, we do it here and we send it to the customers. So we are sure they can use it. Or the things we cannot fix here.
Mm-hmm.
We are waiting for like this wheels with hollow motor, the first batches.
Yeah.
We checked it. I still riding my EX with the first batch
Yep.
and checking what will break, because I also need to know what will break in the wheel when I
Yeah.
will offer it for the customers. So I am riding it at salty roads and during winter to
Yep.
check what parts will be weak, needs to be changed.
Okay. And that's important. I'm riding
And
the EX right now as well. And I'm looking the same. I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, there's been a lot of question. And so far, I'm liking it a lot. What do you think? What's your opinion on the EX?
EX is very good wheel. I like it a lot. The wheel is very powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it for off-road. For off-road, it's very comfortable at
Mm-hmm.
at bumpy roads.
Yep. I haven't got a chance to
And
ride it on off road yet, and that's my favorite. I love riding off road. I haven't got a chance to take it off
yeah,
road yet, but I will within the next week or so.
believe me, this wheel I was impressed. Because when I start to ride it off-road, I am I was trying to uh, climb the hill. It
Mm-hmm.
was so steep that the person who was walking after me, who couldn't climb it himself. So
Oh,
I don't. It was like 25. It was like 25
25 degrees.
degrees, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, this wheel can accelerate uphill on such
Okay.
slope.
Okay, so we got a couple of questions I want to throw in it. Well, first of all, Mad Pack, he was here. He had to leave. If you left already, buddy, glad you dropped in. Um, and
Okay.
but Leo had a couple questions, and one of them was just like you. He was just listening to you talk about off road because I love off road so much, and he said any issues with the suspension height because that was the big concern. Was it doesn't have a lot of travel height, but it's right there on underneath the pedals. Did you have any trouble when you were riding off road with it? Excuse me.
No, you can have the problems when you ride on the rocky
Okay.
road. So you can hit the rock and it can bend the suspension, of course. But I don't ride on the rocky
Right.
roads. I often climb, off road.
Yeah.
It goes smoothly over the roots,
Right.
the big ones, and
Yeah.
it climbs up. It has so much power, so when you kneel forward, it starts to spin. The wheel starts to spin and climb uh, over the roots.
So it's got a lot of power
So
for climbing hills.
yes, it is basically something similar to Monster Sport.
Okay.
But it's and this wheel is like when you are about to fall,
Mm-hmm.
forward. When
Yeah.
you kneel forward and you are about to fall, it will save you on the roots, on the curbs, You know, because it has so much power to, you know, to spin the wheel and to save you
Right. Okay.
during
Well,
wheels. Yeah.
I do have another question, but Leo asked. I'm gonna try and catch some of these. Where was it? Leo said, "Oh, have you waterproofed any hollow motors?"
The hollow motors. Yeah, good question.
You paused. Uh-oh. I think we hit something there. What?
uh, he he asked for impossible, you know, for something impossible. You know, the hollow motor has construction problem, and basically what we think, we were talking about it with you know, with my people, and it needs like inside of the side panel a gap for the O-ring,
Okay.
which will fit on the shaft.
Aha.
I Yeah.
And you
So it
think
will be,
that'll?
you know, over the shaft,
Yeah.
and it will stick out from the panel
And you
directly. So this is the way they supposed to make sealing of the you know, of the motor inside. But we didn't do it, you know. Whatever you will put there, the water will come anyway. Yeah.
ah.
You need to avoid water. We just, you know, disassemble this wheel. We put conformal coating, anti-electric for the windings inside the motor, because when we change the bearings for customers, so you know, we have everything open, so we do as much as we can to protect the rotor from rust, and you know, the windings also,
Okay.
in case the water will, yeah, in case the water will, you know, get in. And also, you know, because when they make the windings in factory, they often do not put the conformal coating on it after,
Okay.
and they just, you know, when we do it, it sticks the windings together. So when you ride over the curbs, when the wheel is shaking, the windings inside the motor do not move and do not, you know, touch each other,
Okay.
so they can make sparks. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the best thing you can do, you know, in every motor. We do it in every motor, in the Monster, in MSS, in Monster
Okay.
Sport.
Okay. So run that back for me. So what is this? Something? What? This is what we should all do then.
I think, you know, it's good to do it
And explain that one more
inside.
time. We should do what now? Because you do it like easy, but to for someone like me who doesn't do it a lot, someone who's like Leo's asking about it, what are you saying that they should do to the wheel when we get it?
You know, I'm looking on market at the moment and on the people who ride the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is something additional which can protect the wheel more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, because you never know what happened to the wheel. But you heard that someone's mainboard burned,
Mm-hmm.
or something happened, you know, to the wheel, because, you know, it was maybe because it was the shortcut on the motor, you know, and it was like a little bit of, you know, like spark inside, and
Mm-hmm.
it blow your MOSFETs. Yeah. So you never know. So whatever you will do better when it's done, so it will help, I think. So when we have the motors open, we just do what we can to make it better. Especially when we know that hollow motors, you know, are not perfect. And I think China will solve the problems with hollow motors. But you know, it is the different culture, and we supposed to also understand them, that they are work different way than we do
Mm-hmm.
here in Western world.
Well,
Like like you
people,
know, we
he's
have the procedures for everything. We have, you know, just like
right.
ticketing systems. So we have everything like set, and
But
we
we're
are,
just trying to
you know,
figure out a good idea. Like he asked about waterproofing. So you're saying that because someone just posted something and I don't have it right in front of me, but that it's like a putty that you can put in there and that helps to water seal it, but it also helps insulate it. It's duct for duct work, and they said you can use that putty and put it in the gaps and press it up tight, and that way it helps with the water sealing, and if there's any like sparks or whatever, I think it'll help with that too. Do you think that's a good idea as opposed to taking silicone and trying to put silicone in there yourself? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know what you do and the things that you're editing. Like, you know a lot more than we do about what to do in there. Like, but I'm trying to give guys who are in the chat room here, or guys who are going to watch this back, I'm trying to give them an idea of what they should do, to try and make it at least better for them.
In Halo Motor, someone did a vent, so the because it sucks the water inside the motor when the motor is hot, and it cools down in the water, and then it starts sucking the water with air inside the motor. So you cannot avoid it. And just to fix it, you can make the pressure equal inside the motor and outside. So they make the little hole on top of the motor on the shaft, and the air can come through. So there is no such things like the sucking the water inside the motor anymore. Yeah. So this is good solution, but it won't work when you will right into the deep water. Yeah. So the shaft will be covered by water. On the pedals level.
Well, yeah. Archie's saying something like that too. I'm gonna put his comment up. He said, "Drill the exhaust hole and put a little tube."
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So where should the exhaust hole? Where is it supposed to go?
When you have the shaft and you have the L shape. Oh, sorry. When you have the shaft and you have the, let me check it. When you have the pedal below, yeah.
Yeah.
Over the shaft. So in the top of the shaft, yeah. So when you have the circle.
So above the pedal where the.
When you have the. When you have the circle.
Yeah.
So you make it on top, yeah.
Okay.
Because you have the pedal here.
Yeah.
So you make the small hole like 2 millimeters. It's enough.
So you're saying
just to.
Is that hole from the outside of the wheel to the inside, or you're saying from above down into?
Yeah, from the when you. Okay, exactly like you have the hole here.
Yeah.
Like the shaft.
The hollow motor hole.
Yeah, the hollow motor hole. So you make it here.
So you
to this, to the. Here.
Okay.
So to the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
Of the. So this is the air, which is because it is like a pipe, yeah. Here the white pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you make it just the water inside the hole inside. Between two
the two shells.
Between two side shells, yeah, of the motor.
Okay.
But directly to the shaft, yeah, to this pipe.
Okay.
So you make it on top. I saw it. Someone was doing it, and we just talk about it, and this is a good idea. To avoid water to get into the motor. I saw my colleagues in Poland, made something like sealing that they put on the side of the motorcycle panel. So they wanted just to seal it somehow.
Okay.
But you cannot do it, because one part is rotating and one part is standing.
Right.
Still. So even if you want to do it like this, and you want to make this hole on top, there will be always pressure who will suck the water inside. So this 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 hole helps a lot.
Okay. I
Yeah,
will be
to equal pressure. Yeah.
I will be looking to one of you guys when I go to do this. So so real talk. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate the donation. So Leo's saying marine
So,
grease, and he's
somebody did do it before, so it is probably on internet
okay. So I will be
or
looking
in
for it.
Facebook.
Yeah.
It's good
So
solution because we need to wait now for final resolution from Gotway or
okay.
or from InMotion. Yeah, they also
Right.
have this hollow motors. They become popular, very popular, but I basically don't like it because they shouldn't change what was good
Yeah.
already. The bearings are
Well.
more expensive for customers, which I don't like. They
Yeah.
must pay more for the parts. And this, when you put the better bearings, so the problem is, maybe will disappear when you will just make the hole, but the people cannot use it in the water.
Right. Well,
Also salty.
the issue with that oh, hold on one second. The issue with that is that several people use these for commute, their daily commute, and if they use it for their daily commute, they can't afford to not be able to get home because it's raining, and that's the problem that people are having. They don't want
That's
to not be able to use their wheel at any time.
Yes, so they're supposed to think about the different wheel, which is, durable and long lasting, like, Monster V3 was very good wheel.
Which
You
wheel?
can
Which?
make like 50, Monster V3,
Oh, yeah. The one you mean the one I
Monster,
sold?
Mon- I don't know, but this wheel is very good.
What about the Monster
It's
Pro?
very. I'm waiting for one at the moment. It's supposed to be like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I know.
So it's stacked. It's stacked. No, it's my stacked on the on the in DPD.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it, but I will tell you when I will get it.
Yeah, mine should be here. Oh, another super chat. Thank you, Mick Walker. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. He said amazing content as always. Okay, I do want to pull up something over here. Oh, I lost you again. There you go. Say something, Daniel.
Yeah,
Okay, I lost you for a minute, but it
I'm
looks like
here.
okay.
No, no. I'm here. I
Okay.
was looking on chat.
Oh, oh, my man, Sensei Vegan. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you too. So let me put up. Here's your site. I'm gonna switch to that here, guys. Just in case EUC service. Here you go, EUCservice.com. Um, and we're gonna talk about that for a minute. You can see what he has. Um, he's got some videos. He's got all the wheels. So be sure to visit his site especially if you're in his area, because one of the things that we've been looking to try and get something from him, and part of our issue is because to ship it from there has been difficult for people to try and get some of your products. Not well, difficult and expensive, um, because you know you add some good speed and battery to these wheels, and you edit them so that they're much better than they were. So people want them. So I just what's your next wheel? Let me put it that way. What would you say your next wheel is that you plan on doing some sort of edit to?
I'm working at the moment on Sherman, AXN, and RS.
You said
So
what?
these
The
three.
Sherman and what else?
And RS. Sherman, RS, and EXN.
Okay, RS and EXN. Okay, okay. You're
We have some kind of delay because I see slow motion.
yeah, yeah. What it looks like is it's catching up. Like, but I'm doing that too, so it might not be yours. Let's see. It might be overall. Let me close that out. See if that was it. So the EX right now is the wheel that is controversial, I guess. The EX to me, and maybe it's because I'm riding it right now. So, um, the problem I have is the speed. Can the speed of the EX be safely increased, in your opinion?
I don't think it shouldn't. It should be increased.
No.
I like this wheel. I like this wheel, and I think this is the off-road wheel mostly.
Okay.
And the speed is 60 kilometers per hour, which is, I think for this wheel is enough. And I wouldn't go. This wheel has different characteristic. When it turns slowly, it has massive power.
Hmm.
So we're supposed to have fun with riding it
Yeah.
slow and off-road uphill. And also it has suspension. So this wheel is basically for forests,
Yeah.
for hard road, high climbs, and also it's very comfortable in the city. I like it. 60 kilometers per hour here is okay for this wheel.
Okay.
I don't. It can be it. I don't know what people expect, but I think this is my opinion that we need to have the wheel which is very tough, very very strong,
Durable. Yeah.
durable, strong. Yeah, so
Right.
so it can do such things like going up here with heavy people, not like yeah, with us.
Although I did lose 10 pounds, I'm down to 225. Woo woo.
You can easily do 60 kilometers per hour on this wheel.
Yeah. Well,
So
now look, I had it up to 41.9, and it was beeping. I just didn't realize it was beeping so much, but then I realized, wait, I'm at the limit. I'm afraid it's gonna cut out, and the concern is that because it's such a big wheel and it's so smooth, I automatically find myself at 40 miles an hour quickly. Like I felt like that's where I belong. Plus I was riding the Sherman for so much that I'm always doing like 40 45 on the Sherman easily. So to go back to this wheel now, and I'm like, oh man, I'm flying, and people that were riding with, they were like, hey, ease up, and I'm like, this is how I feel like I should be riding. It feels so comfortable, but I wish it went faster so I wouldn't be close to the cutoff. And I'm like, that's the only reason. Like, not like I'm gonna be going 50 miles per hour on the wheel. I just wish it went that fast so that I wouldn't have to worry about cutout. Like right now, when I'm traveling at 40, if I hit a good sized bump at my weight and whatever, I'm worried it may cut out. And I mean, normally I'm doing that at, you know, 80-90% battery, so I'm pretty safe, but it's a concern. That's why I was saying I wish it went faster so I wouldn't have to be concerned. So that's what do you think?
I think that I recently we went on the group ride
Mm-hmm.
nearby the coast, and I was riding a EX. My friend was riding Monster Sport,
Right?
and the other guy, what was it? Nicola. And when I switched from EX to Monster Sport, you know, it was massive difference. But when I get back to EX, or I used to do it also on Sherman, I thought I will fall out from this wheel. You know, when I kneel forward too much, I almost touch the ground because I'd get used to acceleration. You know, the Monster Sport and MSS. This will have, you know, I will tell you the story how I built them and why I built them.
Hold on one
It
second.
was
I just wanted to acknowledge my man U Stride. Thank you very much, U Stride. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, thank you. And we're gonna get to your question in a minute, U Stride, because that's a good question. But go ahead, Daniel. Tell me your story, and I'll pull his question back up.
we were doing a group ride, and I was riding with them on MSS, but I switched to Monster V3 because I like it a lot.
Yeah, me
And
too.
Monster V3 was the wheel which, you know, I decided to increase the battery for to 2700 on Samsung 50e. And when I increased the battery, you know, it became heavy.
Yeah.
And when we were, you know, I had this version 100V, so we were riding in the group, and the scooters were there, like Dualtron, Thunder,
Yeah.
you know, the power scooters. And I was pissed off that, you know, these scooters left me far behind. They accelerate, they were playing with me all the time. You know, so I decided, you know, I decided to do something with it. You know, I get to my service, you know, and I accidentally did Monster V3. I
you
mean Monster Sport.
you accidentally made a monster.
Yeah, I accidentally, you know, made a Monster Sport. I mean, it was only for me. You know, I said, you know, I need to have the wheel. I was looking for, you know, because everyone I think is looking for his best wheel. That's why we changed the wheels. So everyone is looking for the wheel who wants to keep it, you know, and he can have another wheel, but this wheel he has it. It's his favorite, yeah, and he
Yes.
keeps it all the time. So this wheel
Yes.
is for me Monster V3,
Okay.
and I made it Monster Sport, you know. And when I did it, so the guys in the scooters couldn't keep up after this.
how fast
Yeah,
how fast did you get it up to?
you know, I did 76 on it.
Ooh.
But I don't try more. I don't try more.
All right. Oh well, and you mean 76 kilometers,
I
right?
76 kilometers per hour, yeah.
Right.
But it can do more.
Okay.
But it is not about the speed, you know. This wheel is about the acceleration.
Yeah.
It just this one is so much reactive, and the power of the motor makes it so light. So you have the feeling that you are riding like a 16-inch, 18-inch wheel instead
Okay.
of 22-inch wheel.
Gotcha.
And it accelerates, you know, it accelerates such fast that it you know overtakes the all 19 inches produced right now, like EXN,
Right.
like RS, like old MSP C30, RS C30.
Well, you know what that sounds
And
like to me? That
this,
sounds like
this
it.
is this is mind blowing, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know what that sounds like? Everything you just said sounds like you should send me one.
You should try one.
I want one. I'm mad that I bought mine from Archie, my V3, and I'm mad that I sold it. So I probably need that. I need that Monster
It's
Sport.
only what all you know. The advantage is only 30 kilograms, 31 kilograms,
Right.
the weight of the wheel. So
Right.
it is really light when you compare it to RS C38, C30.
Right.
So it is like, you know, very similar, but I am talking about 2300 watt hour version.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it on the website at the moment because you know, I want to show the next tabs slowly. So I will show what is coming next on my webpage,
Okay.
and you will see because we decided to make plus versions of all wheels, like Nicola, M10 EX, EXN, RS. The plus version will have, you can see it in EUC World App. So they are there. You can choose the wheel, but these wheels are just produced at the moment for, changed for the bigger batteries, for the bigger capacity. So I think, because RS C30, C38 are underpowered.
Yeah.
Because factory is, I see that factories are changing the motor power, but they don't care about the battery.
Right.
And battery stays the same. And also the hollow motors make more resistance than the standard motors. And the people cannot it, riding it, and they see that the range of the MSP C30 and RS C30 is, different.
Right.
RS C30 drains battery more.
Yeah.
And also when you put additional battery pack, your wheel is like, you have less sag, so you get more power.
Okay, I want to get to the questions in the chat real quick, but you just reminded me of something. I feel like the EX gobbles up the battery. I mean, do you get the same feeling that it gobbles up the battery? It eats up the battery faster.
Yes, but EX, that's why I told you, EX is totally different wheel. For some, it's beautiful wheel, I like it a lot. I'm riding it, and I don't need to care about curbs and about bumps, bumpy roads, and it is smoothly. But each suspension wheel, you need to adjust to your weight.
Right.
So the suspension will work in the level of the, when you just pump it up too much, it will stay and it will work like this.
Right.
When it's not not enough air, it will just hit the bottom, of the suspension. So you need to just adjust the suspension, so you will just be like this.
Right.
So you have the wide range of the suspension to make to work.
Yeah. So, but what about what can be done to have it? You think that helps with the battery?
No. I'm not talking about battery, but I started from the suspension.
Yeah.
And regarding the battery, I told you the motor for EX is totally different, and this wheel is made for different things. Like Monster Pro is made for cruising,
right,
for street ride, for roads,
right,
for fast ride, and to make a lot of kilometers, on it. So the EX is made for me just for off-road, for the city,
for
and
fun.
as you know, you can turn it, very very tight.
Yeah, because the pedals are high enough.
Yeah. So it's very good at turning, but also it has the weight.
Yes.
And this weight is, over the, it's on the top.
Yeah.
So it makes you like overreact during tiling. You know what I mean?
I like the fact. Oh, that was me. I like the fact that it does that. That it has the weight and it makes me feel comfortable when I'm leaning, because it has the high pedals and it has some decent weight to it, some girth to it. So I don't feel like I'm on a little flimsy wheel. I feel like I'm on a big, heavy industrial wheel, and I can really lean on it. So I like that. Like you said, you can have a lot of fun. I guess in my mind, because of the size of the battery and the motor, I just thought it would have more range. And I guess that was just me, assuming, as opposed to testing. And now that I'm testing, I'm like, okay, it's a little different than I thought. So
this is like second wheel, not the first wheel. We
right,
use.
yeah,
We can have it like like a cross like people have several motorcycles and they have a cross bike.
Right.
So for me, this is like a cross bike.
Okay.
It's supposed to have, the good tire, off-road tire on. You're supposed to put a good off-road tire on it, and it will go, like crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And unfortunately, I think we're supposed to get rain tonight, so I'm gonna have to wait a few days till it dries up really good in the off-road areas. But I definitely want to hit some good off-road. And now that you're saying that so much, it really pushes me to do it even more. I was going to anyway because I really love it, but I'm glad you came on because you just changed my mindset on what I'm gonna do with this. So I appreciate that. Um,
The universal wheel is hard to make also. When we
yeah.
when we change wheels, when we want to make it better, it is hard to make the wheel which has torque at start and high speed at the same time.
Right.
And when we adjust it, when we make it, so we care about these details. So it can be quick, reactive, and very fast. But it is very hard to make, yeah, because the motors are also have motors have special, like range of power of
Hmm.
war of the range of its own work. When it
Yeah.
spins, it depends on the how magnets are wide, how are big,
Yeah.
uh, how much power you put to the windings
Yes.
to
And
to release the
that
power.
that's one of the things that I tell everybody. Actually, I say that to a lot of people. I said, because they say, well, which wheel? I want to get, and they send me messages all the time. Listen, I want to get a wheel. I just want to. Which one should I get? And I'm like, you know, it's hard to tell you which wheel because all wheels are different, and I have them tell me how much you weigh, what are you planning to do with the wheel, how big are
Yes,
you, what
of course.
size, what are you gonna, so and when they answer all these questions, then I tell you I can give you some ideas for wheels that may suit you, but there is no one perfect wheel, and I can't give you one wheel that's going to do everything for you because they're different. They're different. Cars are different, wheels are different. There, if I want to go the fastest, I'm thinking about a sports car. If I want comfort, I'm thinking about a luxury vehicle. So you have to look at what you're looking at. And what you just said about the Monster Pro is perfect. The Monster Pro, why I'm getting it is because I want a fast cruiser that I know I can do a long range on. So I am excited to get that, but at the same time, I need a wheel that I can hit the woods with. I need a wheel that I can just buzz around, jump stuff, and go all crazy with. Also, I've been keeping the V11 as that, but knowing that the EX does that also is good. So I'm hoping to put that to work. So it's good that you said that because you echoed my same thoughts. There is no one wheel. All wheels are different. You just have to have different wheels for different things depending on what you're doing. And I know there are a lot of wives out there that would be pissed for me telling their husbands they need more than one wheel, but it is what it is. Um,
My friends have like 5 bikes in the garage. So I'm telling them, I'm telling them, I have one Monster Sport, and this one can do everything. So I don't need, several bikes. And this, when you have the powerful wheel and you set the modes, like in MSS or Monster Sport, you just feel the difference
mhm.
of how it goes. You can make it like normal MSPC 30
Right.
by setting on slow mode or on soft mode,
Yeah.
or you make it very racy, putting it to the hard mode, or the sometimes when I was riding these wheels, they make me tired because they want you to push constantly.
Yeah.
These are like racing wheels, which when you kneel forward, they immediately accelerate.
Hmm.
You just do not realize that you have like 70 kilometers per hour,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just tried this way Monster Sport, but we were riding in the team, and I saw the straight road, very nice for acceleration. And I said, okay, I will test it, And it was some seconds when I hit 76 and I get back and I take a look on my phone. And I was surprised because I thought I could, it was like nothing, yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
But we need to just uh, realize some things that we are having fun with speed. We wear good protection. We have good helmets, yeah.
Right.
But we need to know that speed is deadly, yeah. We shouldn't just ride crazy, because when you make the wheels, like 100 kilometers per hour. I was thinking about EXN,
Yeah.
to make it such fast. And I was thinking, because it spins now 118, 116, free spin. And I was thinking, where does it go? Where does it go? In which direction? When we go in the speed direction,
Right.
it's how fast can you ride seated or standing? You have also the wind resistance, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
it, you need to realize that when you push forward, you have the wind from the front, and this is also resistant to the motor, yeah.
Right. Well,
But the speed also change with voltage.
what's
It's
the
related to
EXN?
voltage.
What's the EXN top speed again?
EXN. I
Yeah.
heard someone made 85, yeah, on EXN.
Okay. Okay. Um, I okay.
I
Okay.
heard.
The
I not from my team.
right.
I have
The
I have stick I have stick in my team.
yeah.
He's my, yeah.
Is your
Stick in
speed
my,
guy?
yeah, speed guy. I have speed guy.
Okay. Well, the chat is still going along. Let me just pop this up here. Mick Walker said, "Why don't wheel manufacturers hire Daniel as a consultant rather than allow him to address their shortcomings?" But you were saying that they already do that, right? They have you testing the wheels or whatever, or telling them what you think about the wheels before they actually come out.
I don't like to have the boss, above me. That's why they don't hire me.
Okay, so they just work with you.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna work, for China.
Right.
I do what I like. I love it. I have the best work I can dream about.
Yeah.
And I am very happy. I always wanted to do the service,
Okay.
stuff like that. And I prepared my service, for the future. And because of COVID, I decided to do it now.
Okay. Well, I'm
I,
glad that you're
I
doing it. And for those of you who may not understand exactly what he's saying, is that he was
to make
planning
it
to
bigger.
expand his service. He went from just servicing wheels to now he also sells them. So his website is full service now. So it's not just about fixing them and adjusting them. It's also about selling them. If you need to get the wheels, you can get them through his website as well. So now he's a full service site. So he was planning to do that in the future, and because of COVID, he pushed that ahead and pushed it in, and he initiated all that now. So go to his website definitely and check it out, because he's, as you can see, he's definitely a good guy who is really involved in what we are doing, and he freely gives his help and information to those that need it. So he is another one that I would consider a resource in the EUC world. And that's why I had him on today. That's why I wanted to talk to him. And I just want to tell you, Daniel, I really appreciate all the help that you've given us behind the scenes, because I know that you've given China information that they needed to make adjustments to some of these wheels, whether they listen to you all the time or not. I know that you have our best interests at heart. I know that you want us to be safe as well as go fast and have great wheels to ride. So I appreciate the work that you're doing.
I talk to Archie all the time, about wheels. we consult some stuff, and he also talked to the factories, and he wants to make improvements.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about it. This is very good. This is a very good colleague of mine.
Yes.
And we
Panda.
spent, Panda. I love my panda. I love my panda.
Panda.
He's my favorite, electronic guy in US, and he knows everything, about wheels also.
So
From
shouts out
the
to
little
Panda.
part, you know, electronic is not so tough when you are electron and you can flow inside the circuit and see everything from inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, when you open the wheel or when you open the main board, you basically see everything like written on the paper. There is no like
Secret.
doubts,
What?
secrets. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Well, for you,
on
for
it.
you guys open the wheel and read it like nothing. For some of us, we're like, okay, what's that?
We I just remember each batch, and I know in which main board, into which wheel they do something different. Yeah.
Right.
I know the batches. When customers sometimes call me and ask, "Hey, I got this main board, and I see that something is wrong about it," and he tells me, I have such issue. I know. Okay, you have the main board from last year after May, because between 1st and 23rd May they just make a a mistake.
You just break it down. You just
You need to replace your main board.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're
Uh,
doing all that. Definitely. So, U Stride's question. Let me put his back up there. He said, "Can you create a standalone module to force tilt back at speed, like battery ratio, not software?" Uh, so we were
I
talking
know what you
about
mean.
that. Yeah, we want the wheels to go fast, but we want them to be able to tilt back as opposed to cutting off. Uh,
Yeah, I was thinking, basically, I was thinking how to solve the problems with mainboards which were burned before the MOSFET in TO to 220 box. They burned fast,
yeah,
and they couldn't keep up, with changing it, and there was the mainboard problem.
right.
And I thought, it will be good. So I was thinking about to make another board,
Ah,
just like spare board, which switch automatically to the and disconnect the first board when it burns. So this is like the one which will stay on the side,
like a backup.
but they act like a backup. Yeah.
Okay.
So and after that, when they put TO247 the MOSFETs on it, they solved the problem, and the main board didn't burn.
Right.
So I said, yeah. So it was like MSP, late MSX, 2019, from 2019 to 2020. These wheels were awesome, main boards, everything they did, yeah,
Yep.
until February 2020. And I like these main boards. And later on, and I stopped thinking about it. But let's get back to the question. I know what he means, that it will cut out, and automatically you can stand on the wheel and like slow down on or stay on it without moving. Yeah.
Right.
So it's supposed to be the system who will be connected, like the one I told you about, in parallel to the existing mainboard.
Right.
So it will also, like trace the rotation by the hollow motor, and will react automatically where one of the power cables to the motor won't deliver the power
Right.
to the motor. Yeah.
Okay. Do you
So
think you'll be
it
able
means
to?
that the MOSFET will be broken. So
Right.
it will work something like instead of the original mainboard.
Do you think you'll be able to deliver
It's
this?
listen to me, because we can do such things. We can make the wheel complicated. I was
Yeah.
thinking about it. And what will happen if the windings in the motor will burn? When it will burn, no system will help you.
Oh,
You will fail anyway.
right. That's true.
Yeah. So you will have to have, like two main boards, two motors, stuff like that.
Okay, but do you
Yeah, to
think
make it.
what do you think is the most important though? Like if you had to pick one, do you think doing a backup motherboard is like the best answer to this without going overboard and putting a bunch of doubles of everything? Do you think that's the best option?
The best option is to ride slower. Yeah, because you cannot avoid everything,
There we are.
because because when we will it's just electronic. You must know it can break. We can have the wheel and the spare system, backup system will break, and the original one will work, and we will never know that the backup system, breaks, because we run on the original one. Yeah.
Right.
So it is like I I deeply thought about it, how to do it, but you need to power the motor. You need to power the motor constantly just to make it balanced.
Right.
So it is not. It is possible, of course, but there is not enough space also inside the motor
Right. Okay.
to put the additional mainboards. When we will ask, company to do it for us, what will happen if two mainboards will burn at the same time? Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
possible. So you never. I guess you. Okay. Ride slower. Okay. So real talk
Yeah.
says he.
We need to think about it.
Mhm.
Because the wheels became faster, and also more powerful.
Right.
And you ride a Monster 24 inches, and you cannot ride such wheels slow.
No.
I'm not after fast riding. That's why I play with acceleration,
Okay.
and this is what I like the most. Yeah,
Well,
I can accelerate
what do you?
in different speed, at different speed. At 50, I just kneel forward and go. And this is what I like. I'm playing with braking and acceleration instead of
Speed.
going forward at speed. Yeah,
Right.
constantly.
Okay. He's asking a question about the batteries. He says, do you think that the 4680 cells and EUCs are likely? Is it a good idea to make batteries part of the EUC structure, like the upcoming Tesla vehicle technology to enhance the durability of the EUC?
I think if they will make it. I see that when China makes the batteries, they care about the price, of course, because and also on the quantity they can order. At the moment, there is no Sanyo 1865 on the market. There
Mm-hmm.
is not enough of them, and like you cannot order several wheels like MCN5, M103,
Mm-hmm.
Monster V3 Plus, because they won't make it for you, because everyone needs battery.
Right.
The scooters, the bikes, the wheels, every factory, and they produce millions of these vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So I suspect that but new batteries will be something new. We need to have, they will, it will be produced, I think, soon, because the technology focus on the motors, on petrol engines, and we reached the top on the petrol engines, but we didn't focus previously on the batteries. That's why the batteries are not perfect at the moment. They have flammable, explosives, and they need to have the special BMS system, battery management system, so they can be, well maintained during charging and discharging. And of course, when they will fit it, and it will be, better, more capacity, or you can pull the bigger current out of the battery, so it will be something good for EUCs.
Okay, so
We need
you're
to
saying
we need to realize that in EUCs we have not enough space, and everyone
right.
who buys EUCs expect to have the big battery inside. So they put the biggest, capacity of the battery to its size, like they make 2,700, 21,700 batteries, to 5,000 milliamps. We now use Sanyo. We use now Samsung 50G at the moment in UC service, the newest one. Previously we used Samsung 50E, and 5,000 milliamps, and also on 18650s, 3,500 milliamps, 3.5 amp. Yeah, the batteries are the top. The top capacity you can manage to put in one cell. Yeah, so also, the bigger capacity batteries are more explosive than the lower capacity, and you can pull more energy at the time, from the smaller capacity than from the higher capacity. So
See, that
when
stuff
they
we don't
put,
know. That stuff guys like me, I wouldn't know that. So
yeah, because you need to fit the you need to fit everything in one size of the battery, like 21 millimeters,
right.
By 21 millimeters by 7 centimeters. Yeah.
So
So in
your
this
point
shape.
though, Daniel, your point is that they were not working on this as much because they were working on motors. So now they're going to be going to working on batteries. Is that what you're saying? That they're probably going to focus now on batteries as opposed to the motor.
I
So
think all technology, I saw the laboratories, IBM laboratories who makes batteries from algae or some kind of ocean things,
okay,
and there is a lot of there is a hype on the batteries. The people need it. Take a look on mobile phones, how the market grows, and how good batteries are inside.
yeah, and I see how that changes. So I guess we can just expect that. But we, like you said, they changed. They went to the hollow motor, but the batteries didn't change enough. So I think that's good to know that that's upcoming. So what another thing that Real Talk was saying, he said that he would pay for a panel discussion with Daniel and Panda. Would they be available for an appearance at the Wheel Life Rally? I think he'd have a long way to go, Real Talk, to come from Poland all the way over here for the rally. I doubt that could happen, but I do think that we could do something like this again and possibly have them both on the show at the same time. That could be a panel we could do. But as far as getting us all together at the same place at the same time, I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. We are starting to open up restrictions, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of full blown traveling anytime soon for a whole lot of people. So, but we are expecting more of these types of conversations. So stay tuned. Let's see. Let's see. Afiz is in the house. I don't know if you saw that, but Afiz K jumped in. Um, uh, we see you over there, Afiz. We appreciate what you're doing too. Good to see you, brother. We appreciate you. Rob Hitch, what's up, Rob? Good to see you too. So let me scroll through because I'm way behind here. Okay, so Archie's saying he said they figure out the percentage based on the manufacturer characteristics and when and how much drain can be taken from the battery to keep the battery safe below dropping point. Yeah. Again, stuff that
can you show it again?
Yes, certainly. I said again, stuff that we don't think about.
The figure the person is based on nothing, and when and how much can be taken from the battery to keep the battery safe below dropping point. How much drain? And what do you mean? How much drain?
And then he said,
"How many amps?"
You're asking about what the wheel to give you warning. Okay, he's answering questions that they're talking about in here, and he says, or you want the wheel to go faster. Okay, so he's like, you want the wheel to give you warning, or you want the wheel to go faster? Both. We want the wheel to go super fast and still warn us and still tilt back. I know we want a lot, but this is what we want.
It's supposed to be safe, you know. This product's supposed to be very safe, and we are after safety. And that's why, you know, we just open each wheel, we check it inside. What we see inside, you know, is different depending on the batch, depending when it was made. It was made in the summer, or it was made, you know, in the autumn. They are different if they are in hurry, or if they are rushing, or they are, you know, like not rushing. So, but it's better to check it. It's better to check it because you test it. You just take it out of the box, you stand on it, and you are the tester.
Yes.
Yeah, you are the tester.
Yeah. Yes, we are. I said that to people too. I said, yeah, I'm a crash test dummy. Yeah. So Archie also he be saying stuff here. Archie said basically any electronic speed control is set up by firmware, meaning you input max amps and it automatically adjusts the behaviors. The wheel main board is programmed that way by Gotway. Right. That's why we're at. I guess our point is, can we change this so that it warns and tilts us back before we cut out?
You know, you have the settings. You know, maybe all guys know EUC World. Sebastian, he's my friend. He's living 3 kilometers away from me. You know, the Gdańsk is like electronic city, and EUC World is, you know, I borrow him my wheels, you know, just to, he's checking the software and he is building his program.
Mm-hmm.
And Sebastian just make a great app, you know, EUC World.
Yeah.
I hope he will make it on iOS also.
I hope so. Soon.
Yeah. And take a look, you know, he implemented recently the ability to, you know, set the charge level on the on his app. So it will disconnect the charging automatically, you know, when you set it by 80%. So it will disconnect automatically. Also, he's got this option.
The question is, why would you do that? Why would you set it at 80%?
You know, as I told you, these batteries are highly explosive when they are full charged. So, and also when I charge the wheel, I tell people to charge it before they go for the trip.
Right.
You know, not let it, you know, like be charged all the time to full.
Right.
So there is like 1.5 hours before they can plug the charger and charge it to full, yeah,
Right.
under control. But before that, when they don't use the wheel, I always leave the wheel how it is, like I have like 60%
Right. When you come back,
battery, and when I come back, I don't charge it, yeah.
I do
I
the
charge
same
it
thing.
before the ride. Yeah, I charge it before the ride, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also try to avoid charging at night. I saw that recently Sebastian from UC World, he made the cage, like metal box
To
for
keep the wheel in.
to keep the wheeling, like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little garage.
yeah.
Yeah,
I seen that.
and also I want to get back to UC World app that he's got the settings which tilt the bikes at high speed. And maybe this is the answer for someone who was asking me about how to set, how to switch the tilt back. You can, because many wheels don't have tilt back, like over like 50 kilometers per hour.
Uh-huh.
And uh, and because Sebastian was checking this protocol and he implemented in his app, so he made the changes so you can transfer like 70 kilometers per hour lift back to the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You can set it.
Okay.
So and it works.
So
It
you
works.
can wait,
It
wait.
won't it won't let you go faster. Yeah,
You
it
can
will
set the
just
tilt back
tilt
or
back.
just limiting. Does it'll
No,
tilt back?
tilt back at 70 kilometers per hour, for example.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you can do it. You need to check his website.
Okay. I will.
He's got every information
Well, well,
about it.
I can't do
It
that until he makes
is
it for iOS.
it will take a while. Yeah, he's very busy. He's a very busy guy, and he's got lots to do other stuff than UC World. I am very grateful that he's working this for us, for community, and this is great app,
Yeah.
very good one. He will implement soon Sherman, I think. So all settings in Sherman can be set in UC World app.
Oh,
He
cool.
recently did Z10, as I remember.
Okay. So Daniel asked the question here: do you think that we'll ever get schematics to do component board repair? This way we can save money, time, and waste. Or is China keeping those airtight? Um, the schematics for the board, um, we can get
The,
those, right?
they don't give you schematics for the board. This is what you can read from the board yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course you won't read the software, yeah. So it's something different. You can write own software.
Okay.
And if you understand the main board, how it works, everything, so you can program it with your
Got it.
software. And regarding, repairing main boards, I wouldn't go this way, because this is what we should do. We should not do ourselves, because it can have the weakness after repair. And this is one wheel. It can break anytime. So to be sure, it's better to put the new one instead.
Yeah.
We have lots of boards, I can repair and I can install back, but we just don't do it. We tear it apart, we use these components for our, like
Okay.
test projects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I am
Um.
testing. I am testing Sherman at the moment this way.
Yeah. Let me know if you do that. Leo asked, can you increase the batteries on the V11?
There is no need, I think.
Okay.
V11 is good as it is. We
Okay.
we need to we need to we need to know the point of of what we are doing.
Right.
And we need to think about it first, because we can do everything, the project cost and cost time. I am focusing now on KSS 18 to increase the battery on that one, because I like the idea, I like the wheel in motion, did a great wheel, but unfortunately with small batteries inside. So we think about it, how to do it
Yeah,
to be safe.
I think that the KS18 needs more work to improve it than the V11. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with
V11,
that.
V11 is, the range is, I think like 50, 60 kilometers. Yeah, you can make on it. So
Yeah, it's a good wheel.
it's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's enough. I think it's
I'm
enough.
really happy with it. I'm happy with it. I do like the high speed wheels, a lot, but like you said, you got to know what the wheel's for and what you're using it for. So Leo asked if you can increase the batteries on the V11, and Archie said, "Yeah, buy a Monster Pro."
No, I know what's the point of what Leo said about V11. He wants to have the long range wheel with suspension, because this
Yes.
wheel is very comfortable,
Yes.
very nice at riding. I like it also.
Yeah, V11's
And
cushy.
sometimes it's better to buy a fast charger, but you need to check the battery technical specification from the producer, and
Yeah.
you need to check the how the battery is built,
Yeah.
and you need to check how BMS is which BMS is used,
Right.
and how much power you can deliver to the wheel. So you need to have someone who takes care of V11 and tear it apart, and can tell you how much power you can deliver from
Right.
the 84-volt charger to this wheel.
I just listened to Archie.
Yeah, it's sometimes better just not to increase the wheel battery and the weight of the wheel, instead of buying a charger and carry it with you.
Yeah.
Because after when you make like 100 kilometers, you don't need to basically have a bigger battery. Maybe you need to rest a little bit and charge. Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Ma- Straight your feet, straight your legs.
So Hammy Hamster is asking. He said, "Is it possible to flash the firmware on the Gotway main boards?"
Yes, possible.
Okay. Yes, that's the answer.
Yeah, yes, possible.
Leo
And
answered. Leo answered back to Archie after Archie said to buy a Monster Pro, and Leo said, "Yeah, thanks, but I need suspension."
yeah, this is what I meant.
Yep.
I know, I am talking with my customers about the wheels like you do, for like 15 minutes,
Yep.
to really know which wheel I can, recommend for them. And, here people ask me about, they are like around 2 meters tall,
Yep.
and they ask me about first wheel, and I recommend the Monster V3 as a first wheel. And they are happy until now. Some people wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
because they think you're supposed to start from the smaller wheel to the bigger wheel.
Yeah, because honestly, I tell people, I don't tell people that you have to start on a smaller wheel, but you have to start on I think not a small, but at least a decent sized wheel. But it's hard to learn as a first wheel on the Sherman or the Monster. It's harder to learn, and I know because I have taught people on those wheels, and the minute they're having trouble, they're trying, they're like, and I can see the frustration. Then I put them on a 16X, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, see, that's why you should learn on the 16X, and then later you'll be able to, to ride on something like the Sherman or the Monster Pro. That's
We
just
all love
go ahead.
wheels. All community, it unites us. Everyone, in the world, the wheels are beautiful. It brings good emotions. It gives good emotions for people, and we are all happy about it. But I think people when they buy wheels, they're supposed to try it before they buy it.
Yeah.
Simply, check it, like take 1 second, third, and see how it goes.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the people who first buy the wheels. They care about the the proposal from the seller, yeah, and they trust him just to pick the right wheel for him. So seller needs to have big experience in wheels, just to match the perfect wheel for the guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not easy.
it's right. It's I think a wheel and its rider are a partnership. So you really have to know your wheel, but the way to learn it, well, the way to learn what you want is to ride and try other wheels. That's why I don't have a problem when people are like, "Hey, you mind if I try that?" I'm like, "Of course, you should be trying it because you should figure out what you really want. If you're in the market for a certain wheel, try it and see if that's really what you want. Because not every wheel is everything it says it is, and not every wheel is for everyone. So, you got to look at it that way. There are some people who are like, "Oh, you should have bought this," and I'm like, I don't do that. I don't tell people what they should have bought. If they buy a wheel and they're happy with it, then I'm happy that they're happy with it. I don't come by on a different wheel and go, "You should have one of these," and I'm like, you should have what you want. You know, if the wheel does what you want it to do, then that's the wheel you should have. Um, that's just my opinion.
I see now that lots of people are repairing wheels through the internet. Like um, someone is posting on YouTube how to fix something.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's good to know, but I don't think it's good to repair by himself. Sometimes, I wonder when they are unplug the 100-volt batteries,
Mm-hmm.
which are joined together, and they will turn the plugs and plug it again. So it might be dangerous. There are some situations that people do not tell about,
Mm-hmm.
which may end bad for someone who is putting his heads, especially when these batteries are very powerful.
Yep.
And when someone is unplugging and he just put the plug on the side, and it touches, like, right, heat sink, or make shortcut, he will be stressed and scary about this situation. And you know this there are several things I don't like. I I think it's better to go to to someone who is electrician, who knows how to handle such things. Look for the friend, who is doing the electronics,
Okay.
instead of doing itself
That makes
himself.
sense. That makes sense. And I,
I am
especially
worried.
when you're,
I am worried about such situations,
yeah,
because I see a lot of people, also girls. I saw the girl,
yeah,
the video with the girl. She was just disconnecting these cables, putting the stickers on each one to just reconnect it proper way.
yeah,
But she didn't know the knowledge. She didn't have the knowledge, I think, about how much power is in the battery.
yeah.
That she can just turn it. That plugs have different shapes, and they can be, turned by mistake. And I was connecting also to batteries, and I was rushing, and I shortcut for a
Ah,
while two batteries
ah.
together. And my hands were burned. It
Ooh.
was like everything automatically fast, 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 and I was thinking that I am turning the two XT60
Right.
like 100 degrees, turn, but I turn it 360, and I
Oh,
make it,
oh, oh, oh. and you know what you're doing. So if you
one
can do that, then
one
imagine people who really don't know what they're doing.
yeah, you know, we when we build batteries, we work under 100 V constantly. When we make it, we work under the, you know, high voltage
Yeah.
when we make battery extensions. So because they are like you know, working together.
Right.
The
It's a
thing,
lot.
the way we do it, yeah.
So
And
we have another question for you. What do you think about the V12, the Emotion V12?
V12.
Yep, the new wheel. What do you think about what you've seen so far?
I don't like 16-inch wheels. So this yeah, no, this is, you know, about what I think about it
Yep.
is there will be people who will love it, you know, and will ride it because it is fast, powerful, and, you know, can do 70 kilometers per hour.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks beautiful. So for me, I'm too big for 16-inch wheels, so I like only Nicola. I like only Nicola, you know, because it has the height of MS of RS,
Right.
so it's big, and it's very comfortable.
Did you like this?
But
Did you like the 16X?
16X is very good. Yeah, I like this wheel.
See,
But
so it can be done, but you prefer a bigger wheel size.
yes,
Gotcha.
you know, I always think about it when I advise the wheel for someone, that this is not what I like, but the think what he likes,
Right. That's the
he will
important
ride
part.
it. Yeah, the important part. And what I think about this V12, I am impressed how the emotions are built. Very good quality, very well built. You know, they put a lot of attention to details inside the wheels. You
Yes.
know, electronics. So it, you know, also like like Segway
Right.
9-bot Z10 also was very good built, yeah.
Right.
And inside it has, like, you know, two power lines. This is something for the question of about, you know, this additional mainboard.
Yep.
So Segway did something like, you know, they have the on Z10 two separate lines, power lines to the mainboard. So in case one side of the battery will die, it
Right.
will automatically switch to the other side of the battery. So I like it a lot in Z10. And you know, the engineering thoughts about this wheel, how they design it, you know, on the mainboard, when you take a look on it, you know, it's just beautiful constructed. Also, you know, they can make something like put more power from the one battery to through the MOSFET, you know, on the mainboard. There was the MOSFET. So they can regulate how much power goes from the one battery to the mainboard. So it do not need to be like equal from both of them.
Right.
So during regeneration, the one of them which is you know, more discharge will be charged up during regeneration process, yeah, during riding from the hill.
Well,
So V12, you know, I didn't like it, like the V10F and, you know, previous one were built, but emotion is getting better. I think
yes.
this is the good direction in
Yeah.
emotion.
I agree.
I hope they will, you know, I hope that we will have just the wheels which will be durable,
Mm-hmm.
good quality,
Mm-hmm.
you know, don't break,
Mm-hmm.
have battery protection. So, and also the companies will not use the whole battery because they charge it to full.
Right.
In normal like BMW cars, they charge it by 30%, and you have the limit on the top. You have the limit on the top, so you don't discharge fully the battery
Gotcha.
constantly.
Yeah.
You cannot just charge it to full, yeah.
That's
But
safer,
of
right?
course, yeah, it's safer. But in wheels, we care about every electron to have more.
we wanna squeeze every
Yeah,
bit.
we want to squeeze the cells to ride faster or
We're like, give me more, give me
yeah.
more. So ABC is asking here. He said, "Will the V12 be a good second wheel to my Sherman for rainy days? Because it's more water resistant, nimble, slower, 16-inch tire, and urban city use on trains up and down stairs." I am gonna I,
I
I am gonna say yes. That's my answer, but Daniel can give you his. And I'll tell you yes why I say yes, because just what you said, because it's going to be easier to carry around. They're very good at their quality control, so on a smaller wheel and it's more powerful, it's going to be a great second wheel for you if you're trying to buzz in and out. And then when you want to go long range or speed, for long distances, you take the Sherman. But that's just my thought, and we don't have the wheel yet, so we can't say 100%. That's just what I think. Now, from an engineer, electronic spec, what do you think?
I don't have V11 or V12 on the table, so I don't say much about it. This is what I see on internet, and I don't like to talk about the wheels I've never seen inside. I need I need to I need to know them. I need to disassemble it. I need to
You're
check
like,
it by myself, and
yeah,
way I can tell about it. But what I don't like in V12 is the weight of this wheel, yeah.
no,
And
you don't.
also when I come, why I don't understand why people don't like the wheels we have already. All the old ones, the old models we have, which are proved, they are durable. I am talking about Nicola at the moment, or Monster V3. These wheels are like issue free, can make like 50,000 kilometers, and they are very, very durable wheels.
but
And
they're not. But they're not new.
yeah,
They're
they
not
are just
new.
new. But take a look. But take a look. You're supposed to think, it is worth the risk. You shouldn't buy the older one first and see how the new one will behave. Yeah, I can tell about about the new wheels. I'm also geek, and I like the new look. Yeah,
Yeah.
of the wheels. But I tell you something. What I did when I was thinking in the future
Uh huh.
about after what will happen after MSX.
Right.
I was checking how was MSX and how was MSPC30 built, and I knew I disassembled this too, and I knew if it will be the problem with this wheel or not, if it is worth to buy it or not. So it helps me to to just uh, make decisions about offering for the customers. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, so
quicker
you're
because I knew because when I saw it, I saw that this is the same probably wheel they made, the same mainboard, the same things, slightly different, just changes
right.
inside. They just improved the they finished the MSX in 2019 and started MSP in 2020. So there was not much difference, but they changed the shell, thickness and the side panels, and also the main boards inside. But the motor stays like the same, and you knew it will work, yeah, because they went in this direction when they just make it better.
Yeah.
And now, what I don't like when when the factories are producing wheels, they don't check it
Mm-hmm.
properly, and they put it on the market. So
Yeah.
this is this is what we dealers supposed to make. We're supposed to check it by ourselves, not to put them on the market until it will be good made.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the hope. We're hoping that more
Also,
people will help us. That more people will help us to make sure that happens. Like you, Fees is doing that also. Obviously E Wheels and Yuko and other. When we get the wheel, we're hoping that you guys are helping us because we need the help because the end user, normally the consumer, is not an electrician, is not an engineer, is not someone who can really do this. We're trying to do it on our own because YouTube helps out and we appreciate everybody who helps each other. But I mean, we do need more people like you guys helping us out, and we need the companies to do a better job of putting out a finished product. That's another reason why I like InMotion, because normally when they put out a wheel, it's a finished product. They tested the hell out of it and it's normally finished. Now, it's not perfect because I tell everybody these are, they're machines. They're not perfect, so things can go wrong, but you should do your due diligence. You should do the best you can to test out wheels before you ship them out, before you sell them to people. So, I mean, I agree, Daniel. I think they should do more.
but V12, I think they tested good and
Yes.
they work on it very long time. Because when CEO on InMotion, where he make announcement about V11, he mentioned that he's got another wheel at the January last year,
Uh-huh.
and I think they had the project, but they didn't announce it. They
Right.
announced only V11, and they just make the V12 perfect. So they
Yes.
announced it now, and I think this wheel might be very good
Yep.
and with no issues.
Especially because of the fact that the hollow motor on the V11, there did have some issues. Thank God I haven't, but there has been some issues, and then with the saddle and the screws, and so there's some things that they were learning. Excuse me, that they could have done a little better on, and I think that, like you said, I know that they already had the V12 because when I interviewed Liam on the show, he was talking about things coming up and things. So I knew that they already had some things in the works, and that was last year, a long time ago. So I appreciate the fact that they were taking their time to get it right. So I think, like you said, it's going to be really good. So I'm hoping. Here's hoping.
In yeah, uh, in motion this year, V12. What is coming? King Song
Yeah, King Song has
also
got something, but
later.
I think Emotion has got something else as well. I'm not sure, but I think they got something else right after that. But yes, King Song supposedly has a wheel coming out. I don't know how soon, but supposedly have something in the works. And Sherman
Veteran,
also. Sherman,
yeah,
people
veteran.
were hoping for a second Sherman, but I don't know for sure that that's the case. But I think they're working on their next one as well.
It will be like second half of the year that
Yeah,
they will come.
yeah,
So it will be after the season, let's say,
yeah.
like last year. I
Fall.
also think that the factories, get the lessons out of what was happening to put the wrong batch of the wheels on the market, and
Yeah,
they will be now, more careful what they because it is also the cost for them,
yeah.
to send parts, to change everything, also a lot of work for the dealers, for the services,
Yeah.
to change them for the customers. A lot,
Yeah.
there was a mess after the companies released these batches.
Yeah.
There is a mess. Someone must just clean it up.
Yeah. Well, if you look, oh, my e wheel is saying, Daniel, take my money and extend my S18 battery. They want that extended battery.
Andre,
I get.
Andre.
I guess so. Um.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I know. Yeah, we are talking. We were talking recently. We
Oh
thought
yeah.
my will come. Andre
uh,
is very nice guy.
ABC says I got the
Very.
Sherman as my first EUC. I practiced for 300 miles and hit over 45 miles per hour. Good for you, buddy. Sometimes it does work out. Um, Real Talk said the information is amazing. I forgot my paper and pen. Don't worry, Real Talk. You can run it back. You can play this again. It'll be on my page forever. You can run it back.
There is hype about Sherman. I like it. Everyone is buying Sherman.
Yeah,
Sherman is very good. Sherman is very good wheel.
it is.
I like it. I like it. For the special kind of ride.
Yes.
But people must realize that we have the lots of experience we can take from different wheels also. So we every wheel is perfect. Every wheel, whatever rides is very good. I basically love wheels, and I even don't won't tell the bad word on the Air Wheel X3, for the starters.
Yeah.
But I know that each wheel is for someone. So like V12, they did it. They have the competition. They know it, because it is not easy on the market to beat KS16X or Nikola at the moment. And they released V12, yeah. And the V12 is the weight is like 29, yeah, in V12. So it's heavy.
Yeah.
Take a look. You have V12 and you have my Monster Sport.
Yeah.
When you compare it, it's 22-inch wheel and 16-inch wheel. Similar weight. It's crazy. Because I was thinking I don't care about the weight of the wheel.
Yeah.
And when I was riding my EX, I switched to my Monster Sport. I said I care about the weight. I care. You must consider that some people are carrying these wheels, 16 inches with you, on the stairs or somewhere.
Yeah.
And when you want to carry such heavy wheel, it's not easy. Make a stairs with 30 kilograms in the hand.
Well, that could be a problem
So
if you're
yeah,
saying that if it actually does, if the V12 actually does weigh the same, you know, as a monster, then yeah, that's going to be a problem. Yes, it's good that it's in a smaller form factor, but still, that's going to be a problem. So I look forward to it. I can't wait for it. I know for me personally, it's going to take me a while, unless eWheels or Yuko is able to send me one for testing, which I'm hoping. Otherwise, it's going to be a while before I'm able to get my hands on one, so I won't be able to give my opinion. And the 16X is one of the wheels that really catapulted me into this whole realm because I started on a V8, but once I got the 16X, I was just excited. I really wanted to do so much more. So I'm hoping that this at the same kind of idea. I hope that the V12 I can get my hands on it so that I can do some testing for me. And I try to do I do the big guy review because being heavier is much different for than it is with the
yes,
small guys. And people don't get that a lot of people that ride these wheels, they don't weigh much, so it's not the same. But I'm an average size American. I'm a big guy, so I need to know that this wheel can handle me and I can push it and put it through its paces. So that's why I was happy when I was riding the EX recently and I was leaning on it. Like I said, I was taking off and I was like, man, I feel good on this wheel. And Ustride was with me and he commented, he's like, man, you look real comfortable on that wheel. Because it's good for big people. It's
yes,
comfortable.
it's good for big people,
Yeah.
and it
So
it it, it lets them ride off road,
yes.
and it brings them up the hill. Yeah, so you feel something you never experienced before because other wheels don't have such power. But when the lighter people ride on it,
Yeah.
I think they cannot push it properly.
No.
So when you match the wheels to the rider, you need to consider the weight and the height.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And people people sometimes look at me funny when I say that. I'm like, well, how big are you? What are you planning to do? What do you like to do? What kinds of you ask all these questions? They're like, dude, just tell me what the best wheel is. I'm like, oh, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. You know. So my e-wheel says V12 is very good wheel. This will be fastest 16-inch wheel. I believe that.
But do we need the fastest 16-inch wheels?
Yes.
Is it safe on
we
is it
always need
safe on
faster.
16-inch? Yeah.
We always need faster.
Yeah. But what about the safety on 16-inch? I remember that I had my ACM, and I felt so many times on it.
Yeah.
On ACMs. Yeah.
You fell so many times on it. You said.
Yeah, on ACM, by 50 kilometers per hour, I was riding like crazy in this wheel. I loved it.
So why? But why did?
This was my favorite wheel, ACM.
But why did you fall?
Why? Because I was riding like crazy. Because you cannot, it what makes the 16-inch wheel makes you accelerate fast, and you
My
feel
question is, did it cut out on you, or did you fall off because of the crazy stuff you were doing? That's my
different way.
Huh?
Many different ways.
So you were pushing it to cut out.
I learned my lesson and I switched to 18 inches, I'm Super V3 Plus, and then to MSX, and from MSX to V3. MSS, I built the first MSS, and it was like I didn't expect it will be so rapid, so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And when I open the wheels, I feel perfect. I feel it's perfect. I feel something, some kind of adrenaline when I open it, when I check it, and when I work on it.
Okay.
So my team is working on normal daily work, like changing bearings and stuff, and we share the work.
Well,
And I am resting, I am thinking at night sometimes.
Yeah,
I have good electronic also, and also I have good electronic guy here. We talk to each other. I mean, in my team. So he also thinks at night.
Yeah.
How to solve things. We sometimes wake up, and at 4 times in the morning, 5 times in the morning is is the best time to think
because you're
through
clear. You're very clear
you are
headed.
clear.
You don't have anything else going on but what you're dealing with. So you can focus, and it's like, oh, it bing, so clear.
I have the paper and the pen nearby my bed, because when I wake up, I just need to write down what I was thinking about immediately.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Sometimes I had something like this, that I woke up and I just woke up earlier, and
you
I
forget.
knew the solution. And I forget, but I knew the solution, but I solved it somehow.
Yeah. Then you forgot.
And I was thinking whole day, how did I solve it at night?
Well, let me ask you this. And what you just said about the wheels, right? About taking it apart, and you, out of all the wheels you've taken apart, which wheel is your favorite when it comes to the inside of it? Because you said, you like, oh wow, you really liked it. Which wheel is your favorite construction wise? What do you think is the best built wheel?
Z10.
Wow. That's simple.
Yeah, Z10.
Okay,
Z10
so if the Z10 is the best built wheel, period, like, do you think that you could
I see
upgrade it?
the thinking of I see the thinking of electronics who were working on this wheel.
Okay.
I just see I just see the project.
Could you make it better?
How, better. It is not about making it better when you need to tell me what you need, so I
Could
can tell you if I
could
can do it.
okay, like you
Not
made
I make it better, because I don't know which way.
okay,
Make more batteries. Okay, you can do it.
MSS.
Yeah.
MSS is better. Could you make the Z10,
MSS is better. MSS is the best, wheel in the world
but can you
regarding
make the
acceleration
Z10
speed.
better? Can you make the Z10? Can you upgrade it like you did the MSS?
Yes, I think I could work on it. There are many ways you can do it, and
Okay.
I have my Z10, in my service, waiting for my mod, because I also want to make something for myself. It
Okay.
was like Monster Sport was for myself. I said something like, I will do the wheel for myself. I will have fun of it, and nobody will have it, but me.
That's not fair.
Yeah, but it ends up like always. The office is calling me, "Hey, Daniel, what you did?" And he's first in the row. He's first in the row. Forget it. He knows my wheels. He is a collector now of my wheels.
Who, Brian, you said?
No, I am talking about office.
Oh, Hafiz. Yeah,
Gerald,
yeah. Okay.
office.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
office.
He is a collector.
Yeah, he told me. He told me like a week ago. Daniel, did you finish the exam? I'm first.
First in line. First in line.
First in line. XN is very good wheel also. I like it. In general, I like good wheels. They improve the main boards, but they are just like changing things too much.
Right.
The XN is good wheel, 2700 watt, battery, and very powerful. It is like EX, yeah, but
Yeah.
without suspension. And the motor is good powered by the battery. Long range wheel, very fast. So this one I think will be
The EXN.
yeah, very good for the speed riders
Okay. Well,
this season.
I, I, I hopefully I'm gonna get to ride one of those. Well, I know I will because um, I'm getting the Monster Pro, and Showtime, who's here with always here with me. She's getting the EXN, so I'll get to ride that one too. But I would like to at some point. I'm hoping to be able to test one of your super wheels, one of your
Come to
sport.
Poland. I ask everyone, for visiting EUC service in Gdańsk. We
Yep.
have, several models to show, and also you can take a ride, you can try it, and maybe this year we will make something like electric games, but in Poland.
Yeah.
I am planning it. We have beautiful area, beautiful coast here.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Everything is very nice here. In the summer, like
Every,
everywhere. But we have like 30 kilometers paths for on the coast
okay.
for riding. So it's really good place to
Sounds like
rest,
it.
to ride to
Okay,
ride.
somebody's asking, will there be the MSS version for the RS19 and the RSS?
Yes, it will be.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
good. Um,
EXN RS. I told about EXN RS and Sherman.
okay.
But
Very.
Sherman, I am working on Sherman, but not for speed, but for off-road.
Yeah.
For high torque at start, yeah.
Okay. Well, the
To be
pedals
more to
got
be
the pedals
torqued.
got to be higher too then.
I get the latest batch of the Shermans, and they got the pedal hangers
Yeah.
higher like by 1 centimeter.
Yeah.
So they changed it. They put the wider rim, and they sealed the buttons cover. So
Okay.
the rubber red buttons on top. So it's sealed.
Okay. So somebody Real Talk is asking, how do you decide which EUC to upgrade?
How do I decide?
Yeah.
I look what is needed on the market, and this is something like I don't want to upgrade V11 because I have this is good like it is at the moment. It's sufficient range. It's the wheel for city ride,
Which
not
the
for the long.
V11 you said?
Yeah, V11. I'm
Yeah.
talking about InMotion V11.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, but it is not worth it. Because this is good like it is.
Right.
EX is also good like it is, and I am looking for something what I can improve, but because I like power, and I like the power the most of all.
Yeah.
I want the wheels to be powerful,
Yeah.
but also I care about efficiency. And you can adjust the motor to the main board, make it so good so you won't have lose you won't lose energy on heat
Okay.
during ride so much. So when you adjust everything very good,
Archie,
this wheel are really going long ranges.
Archie,
MSS makes.
Archie says that he doesn't think the let me put it back up. Hold on. He said, I don't think manufacturers want to do it. We had the discussion back in 2019 doing 126 volts, but consider this is already a high voltage enough to cause serious problems and arcing. Okay, so that's why they didn't want to go to 126.
126 is you need to think how they build the motors,
Right.
and the 126 will spark more. We just, as I told you, we put conformal coating, anti-electric, just it won't spark at during ride, and it won't shake because it glue the windings together, so it makes it stable, not vibrating. And that's why I don't think we're supposed to go in higher voltage at the moment in the wheels. As we see, it spins pretty fast. It is we can stay at 100.10 volt, and going higher. Going higher, it must be a technology. So they need to make it better. Maybe some kind of company like Ninebot, what they did with the mainboard with the project was well designed, and they will figure out how to put it on the higher voltage. But they will care also about the motor, not just increase the voltage, not checking exactly how the motor will work, because when
So you're
factories are
saying we're
ordering
not ready
motors,
yet. We're not ready for
we
100.
are we are not ready yet. Regarding the technology, as we
Okay.
see it goes forward. We can
Yep.
wait about it. I'm very happy that we have the newest wheels on the market. That the community is growing. Everyone love wheels here. We are joined together, and I keep fingers crossed about the factories that they will produce the
Yep.
better wheels, and that they will check their suppliers, because
Yeah.
sometimes it is not the just factory problem that they assemble the wheel bad, or the causes that the parts they have delivered by the suppliers were not checked or bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why checking when it comes is so much important.
Okay.
So
Well,
we just offered also like we disassemble motor and we check windings, everything inside in service. So we make also the deep service of wheels. So
okay.
the people.
Did you put up a pre-check list? I know we already have someone else already listed one. You have a pre-check list that you tell people to
Yes,
do
of
when they get
course.
it.
Yeah, of course. We have just we have procedures here.
Mm-hmm.
We check everything about according to the procedures. So
No, but
we have the
not
check.
you, because I know you guys check it. I'm saying, do you have a list of things that you tell people who are buying wheels to check? Like, when you get your wheel, you should check this, you should check that, or do you feel that the check that you do is so good that they don't have to do anything?
No, they don't have to do. We do the check on demand or when we sell wheels with 1 year or 2 years warranty. So
Okay.
we make detailed check. But when the wheel comes directly from China to customer,
Mm-hmm.
so he don't pay for the check, but he gets the wheel, directly.
Yeah.
He can send it to service, he can just order it from China to us to service to check it, and then we will send it to him. Yeah. But this is also the other option because we have like boot warranty, 1 year warranty, and 2 years warranty.
Yeah.
And on boot warranty is like you buy in AliExpress, but you have someone who checks your wheel
Right.
here. If you want to send it to us, or if you just want to get it to your house, we won't check it, but you have a support that when you open the wheel, it will be broken. We will change it or we will fix it for you.
Uh-huh.
So you can feel safe, buying it. And also we make after sale. We have contact with factories, so even someone is ordering with boot warranty and wants it for without our warranty.
Okay.
So it is like
Well, that's good. That's good to know. That's
he's
good to know. So, Real
he's
Talk
all
is asking, what's the best racing EUC for competition? What do you think?
racing, which on I need to know the racing distance.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do
because
you think is
I,
the?
I
Go ahead.
I am thinking at the moment, regarding speed or regarding the quickest wheel on the market is MSS and Super Sport. Our wheel is the quickest now. After that is Monster Sport, and this one I think can. I don't want to give numbers, about the how fast it is, because
Right.
the people who have it or will have it, you will try to ride such fast, yeah. But
What
this,
is the what is the after your two wheels? Because your two wheels have been augmented. If we're talking about wheels coming
okay,
straight.
okay. After, because I am riding my wheels and I have different perspective, I have different perspective than others, yeah.
True, true,
When
true.
when people, come here and they, my colleague was trying Monster Sport and he sold Sherman immediately.
Uh-huh.
And this is such reactions because people do not expect how this wheel can behave, how
Right.
they are, rapid, fast, and light and maneuverable. And regarding the other wheels on the market, I think for racing is AXN and Sherman, yeah.
I'll say that again.
AXN and Sherman.
The Sherman. Okay.
And AXN, two wheels, AXN and Sherman.
Oh, okay. The EXN and the Sherman. So
Yeah.
you think the EXN is gonna be is gonna be that? Is it quicker than the Sherman? Do you think on a takeoff?
Yeah, Sherman is very slow. It
Yes.
starts
Yes,
so.
it is.
uh,
So
AXN, is rapid, very rapid wheel, and
okay.
it's quick.
Okay. I can't wait to ride it. Can't wait to ride it. Okay, Archie.
But
Archie is
yeah, Archie will say it is Monster Pro, yeah, and I will agree. That's why I ask about the range,
yeah.
for the range we are racing, because of course Monster Monster Pro can beat all of them, yeah,
But
at
you see,
speed.
Archie said he said most of these wheels are being overvolted already. It used to be 60-volt motor running
Yes,
at 100-volt. So the windings
yes,
are designed to be safe for 60-volt in terms of the
yes,
designs. Those motors are still the same. So they need to redesign a motor with the windings for 100 volts so that they'll be safer.
Archie, don't scare people, please. I try to avoid it.
Archie don't care. He be telling you all kind of stuff, and you're like, huh? But he tells you the truth.
Know, Archie, I am saying as much as as much as I can, but it is not worth to scare people about riding, because we need more people in community, and as we see from the electronical point of view, we see it shouldn't work. It should be something different, but it works.
Yeah. Okay.
And we need to consider it. It works.
Yeah.
And it's better to not say than to say too much.
Okay, Real Talk is asking Daniel, what is Daniel's high speed goal? What's your goal for high speed for you?
My goal?
Yep. What's the fastest you want to go?
I want to go, or I did?
Both.
Ah.
Like the fastest you've gone, and then if it was very safe and comfortable, what's the fastest you'd like to go?
70 is okay for me. I don't like risk too much. I have fun with acceleration. I have fun with braking. I can ride like 50, and when I kneel forward, it just goes like race car.
Yeah.
And I have fun of accelerating during fast ride. And I have fun of curving on the Monster V3.
Yes.
And this is what I like the most. The speed it doesn't matter. Maybe if I will go between the towns, and I will need speed, I will go like maybe 50 miles per hour on Monster Pro.
Yeah.
But I have too much knowledge about electronics and how it works, and and that's why that's why it slows me down.
You're like, this shouldn't be doing this. No, I'm not gonna do it. I get it. I get it.
I'm not gonna do it. I need to each wheel I ride, I need to open it first. So when it comes, I tear it apart first when I see what I am sitting on.
Yeah. See, we don't do that, because if we take it apart, some people be like, I don't know what all this does, and I don't trust it. I ain't doing it. So some people might get scared. So you asked about the distance when he asked about racing, right? And Real Talk said real life rally distance. So we're doing the real life rally again. We're doing it May 30th.
Monster Pro.
Yeah, but see, the Monster Pro wouldn't work for it, because the Monster Pro is for distance and speed. The real life rally that we do, the one we're doing now, is indoor again. We're doing the indoor one.
Real life rally.
Yeah. The real life rally that I did here. I did it.
So what is the range?
It's a go-kart track, indoor go-kart track. So it's
so pick Tesla.
Yeah.
Pick Tesla. Pick Nikola maybe.
V11.
V11 is too high.
No,
you will have problems.
No,
have problems on the.
I won the rally and beat everybody because I used the V11. Because the pedals
are. Tell me which wheels were. I'm curious.
The Sherman was there. The Tesla was there. The V2. The MSX was there. The MSP. The 16X was there. We had all the wheels there. It was like a whole bunch of wheels, and there was a lot of competition. The 16X actually did really well, also because of the 16-inch wheel and the high torque. Yeah,
I expected.
Yeah, Showtime was doing good on her MSX, but she's short and light, so she was doing good on that. Also, she was real low to the ground. But the V11, I was able to corner really hard and still accelerate. So I was able to out-corner them because they had me beat the MSX with Showtime on it, and then Electrocycle, Jeremy was on the Sherman, and he had the Nylanov pedals, and he had them angled up, so he had a little more height
Yeah,
to
yeah,
his
yeah,
pedal. So he was right behind me. She was right there. So we were battling back and forth. But I think because of my weight, because I could lean so far over and I can push it so fast, even out of that turn, I was able to beat them. I passed them, and then I was able to pull ahead. So it's a lot of turns on the track. So that's why certain wheels are good for that. But we also do an outdoor wheel life rally that comes later on in the year, and that's at a dirt bike track. So it's got more straightaways and a longer distance. So the Sherman won that last year. Excuse me. So I think Real Talk is just trying to pick your brain to get a leg up. I see you, Real Talk. I see you. The
Okay, I didn't know what real life
wheel.
rally,
Yeah,
life rally, life rally.
yeah. So he now Real
Is
Talk is saying that he's going to use the EXN for the next one. That might be a good one.
outside.
Hmm.
Outside, yes.
Not the inside. You don't think the inside would be good for the EXN?
I would go for 16 inches.
Yeah. See,
I
I.
think, I think, I think it will. I don't know who was on Tesla V2, but I think it's supposed to win.
So Real Talk says 70 miles per hour. I love this guy. Let's go 70. No, he wasn't saying 70 miles per hour, Real Talk.
Maybe V12 now.
Yeah. He said maybe V12, yeah, for the next rally. Yeah, the V12 might be the
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Oh, what's up? EVX is in the house. What's up, Mickey? uh, so Archie Panda said, have V come with the MSS. Oh boy. That would be a
When?
problem. She would kick all our butt.
Yeah, maybe. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
She's got it.
light.
She's got the chances. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
On
light,
MSS.
and she really likes to go fast, and she likes to push it. So I think she would take it. If she makes it to the rally, I'm gonna be in trouble. So
We
EUC
will see.
vibes,
We will see. We will see.
yeah, EUC vibes said he's bringing the V12 to the next real life rally. You know you ain't. It ain't gonna be out yet. uh, let's see. Yeah, you're right. EUC vibes said V would beat us all while riding backwards. She would. She would. She's wild, man. She was riding backwards around corners, up hills. She's crazy. I love her.
I
So
know. I know. She's got my MSS,
yeah,
and she's gonna do a video about it,
yeah, yeah,
and we will see.
yeah. All right,
I
brother.
can. I can. I can't. I can't wait.
Oh wait, hold on. Now EVX says I will bring my V12 to the Wheel Life Rally. I hope so, because he has it. I hope
Yeah.
he brings it. That'd be good. Um, let's see. Oh, so he's asking, is it good for taller fellas? I don't know, Mickey. What do you think? Is that wheel good for tall people? And Mickey says I'll be the winner. He says great for tall people. Okay. All right. I think we're gonna wrap it up now, Daniel, because you see what I mean? How easy it is. It's been 2.5 hours. And it
Oh, crazy.
and it doesn't seem like it, right? It doesn't seem like it. When we start talking about these wheels, it's like magical. We just start going and going and going, and it's easy to talk about it. It really is. So but I again want to say thank you for all your work and everything that you're doing to make sure that we're safer, to make sure we get the wheels we're looking for. And I appreciate how you only said certain things, like you said, don't scare them. I think I thank you. I thank you. Um,
We know a lot, so that's why we know we talk. We know how it should look like, and it don't and stuff like that. But we all love the wheels,
yes.
and let our community grow. and we need to feel safe. This is
Yes.
most important, I think.
Yes, it's
So
definitely.
people shouldn't feel scared riding it, and then it will be good.
Yeah. Well, I think that again, if you guys haven't already in the chat, please go ahead and hit the like button on the video. The more likes, the more shares, the better off we are to get these things out there. I definitely want more people to see my channel, but I also want more people to see so that they want to get curious about it and so that they ride. We want to get more of our people, like Sean said, get them hooked. So we want to get more people hooked on the wheels and riding with us. So again, Daniel, thank you very much, sir. And if is there anything that you want to say
Thank you
to
for
the
the
people?
invitation.
Yeah, anything you want to say to them before you go?
Ride safe.
Ride safe.
Think how you ride. Keep your battery charged when you ride fast. Remember, when you ride fast, you need to have battery charged up.
Yes, definitely very important.
You need power.
Yeah, I learned the hard way. When you're at 30%, don't you got to go slow.
On which wheel?
16X cut out on me at like 28, 30%.
100 volt wheels don't have it. It's not easy to cut out these
Yeah.
wheels.
Oh.
No.
So
Yeah, because when even they are at low battery, it's high enough. It's enough power inside. It's like in Gotway, you have zero, but in fact you have like 30%,
right.
30% last. Yeah. So it also matters how many pieces you have in the batteries, parallel packs. So
Right.
when you have it more, so you can pull the more energy at lower voltage.
So we
Yeah,
can squeeze a little bit more out.
yeah. You squeeze it, yeah, but you have more cells to squeeze at the time.
That's good. That's
So
good.
you take more juice.
So the key is get a 100-volt wheel and make sure you're charged up when you're going fast.
Yes.
These are safety tips. Safety tips. We just want to give you safety tips. All right, guys. I
Safety
hope
tip.
I hope everybody out there enjoyed the show today. I hope you guys enjoyed Daniel's conversation. I appreciate him. Go to eucservice.com if you want to get something from him, either service or buy a wheel, because he's doing both now. And if you want to hit him up and pick his brain for all his battery and electronic expertise, feel free to reach out to him. You can get him on Instagram. I mean, on Facebook as well. Are you on Instagram also, Daniel? I don't know. I saw you on.
Yes, we are starting at the moment. Regarding
Okay,
website, we will, as I told, we will open new tabs slowly, so you can see what we have,
very good.
as a news on my website. We announce everything on my Facebook, so you can join eucservice.com. We will put everything
Yeah,
on this channel.
and he has also on Facebook. I mean, there's also his group. They have an EUC service group as well. So feel free to go ahead and find Daniel. As you can see, he reminds me a lot of Panda. You guys are both really into this, and you guys remind me a lot of each other.
Yeah.
I appreciate both of you, but I thank you for being here today, brother. And I hope to talk to you again soon. And hopefully, I'll be able to ride one of your creations at some point in the future. But and again, if you ever need anything that you want to bring out, let me know, and I'd be happy to do a show or do something, anything I can do to help you. And I always, I try to help the community as much as I possibly can. So I'm here for us anytime you need it. So thank you, sir, and good luck on your endeavors with the new website, getting everything up and running. I know it's going to work out great for you. Until
I
next
have
time.
puzzle. I have puzzle. What makes Panda when he turn off the Monster Pro?
Say that again. What makes Panda what?
What makes Panda when he turns off the Monster Pro?
What?
Ask him.
Ask him what? Okay, what? We'll ask him. He loves that wheel.
That is just question. Ask him.
I'm just happy that he found a new wheel because he was loving his so much. I'm glad he got a new version of it. I'm glad I'm getting a new version of it. So, all right, guys, you guys have a good night. Remember, everybody, gear up, people. Please gear up. Remember, ride hard.
Wear helmets.
Yeah, wear helmets. Ride hard and keep it wheel. Peace.